Customer sniping. This is going to be by far the easiest way for anyone to get rich in 2025. Not only the easiest, but the simplest way. And before you guys ask, what is customer sniping? What the hell does that even mean? It's a brand new name that just got created by me, but it's essentially a proven strategy that works in every endeavor of business. I specifically made all my money from customer sniping on YouTube, and that's my business model. I run YouTube channels, but this can also apply to every single business there is ever out there, okay? So before you guys even doubt, I'll throw up some screenshots right over here for proof. You can see a lot of my videos print hundreds, if not thousands of dollars without getting a whole ton of views. And this is because I am sniping my customers exactly to a T. The very first thing you have to focus on is targeting top of quality viewers. It doesn't have to be viewers in whatever business model you're in. If you're in, I don't know, e-commerce, or you're in dropshipping, or you're in crypto, whatever it is, top of quality is going to be the most important thing. What does top of quality mean? It just simply means the best quality leads, or best quality viewers, best quality XYZ, and whatever business you're in. So, dollar sign, this is going to be how much you earn. The higher quality your leads, viewers, or whatever bullshit you're running is, okay? And now this is going to be the graph of your dollars, essentially. This is how much you're going to be earning directly in proportion to your top of quality viewers. And so if, let's say, your viewer top of quality is very high to the absolute max, the best leads ever, you're going to obviously make the most amount of dollars. If it's lower, let's say you have like pretty decent top of quality content, but then your viewers are not that great and it's not the most optimal, you're going to make a decent amount of money, right? And obviously, the lower it is, let's say you're getting Indian kids watching your content, the generalized lowest, usually third world countries or just very, very poor people in general, you're not going to make a lot of money. Does that make sense? If you're not an absolute idiot, that would completely make sense. So what even is top of quality? I've said this word probably like 17 times and you guys don't even know what that means yet. So I'll explain exactly and break it down for you what top of quality is kind of like and what you kind of have to focus on. So the very first thing is going to be, can you guess? Demo graphics. Where the location of your viewers or leads are from. If they're from United States, New Zealand, Canada, anything first world country, you're fine. You're going to be hitting the right individuals who are going to watch your content and give you a lot of money later on. But if you have, let's say, Indian viewers or Pakistani viewers, this is not racism, but this is purely pattern recognition. If you're getting third world countries where the wage is always lower, where they always have less money and they have lower spending power, you're just not going to run a business that will generate enough money because you're literally, what business is taking the money of other individuals. Whether that be from a middleman or whether that be from directly exchanging. If your source of money is poor, whether that be demographics wise or number two, the age of your content, of your audience, that means like this is directly in proportion to your top of quality viewers as well as how much money you will make. So make sure that your demographics A is going to be in first world countries for the most part. I would most likely recommend trying to target Americans or whatever country stable, honestly. I was about to say Canada, but Canada's absolutely failing recently, so I don't know if that's still a good cause. Australia maybe, New Zealand, whatever it may be, but usually the United States is the strongest, most powerful, and richest country by far. So make sure that all of your content on YouTube is targeted and funneled towards United States individuals. So literally, later on I'll show you exactly how you can even do that. So you can basically guarantee 95+% of your viewers are from United States. Now the second thing, age. Ask yourself this very logistical question. If a 6-year-old watches your content versus a 60-year-old watches your content, which one's going to pay you more? When you're making money on YouTube, you get paid through advertising, okay? So you're not actually getting paid directly from these individuals. But the advertisers, which one of the, let's say you're an advertiser. Are you more willing to spend your ad budget to show your ad in front of a 6-year-old and expect them to buy your product? Or a 60-year-old? Who has more dollars to spend? Who has more purchasing power? Who is better top of quality-wise? This motherfucker. Even though he or she is 60, he most likely has a retirement fund and a checking account of $46 billion. $46,000, sorry. I just surround myself with billionaires all the time. So, does that make sense? You have to make sure that you're going to be targeting not only the age, but the demographics absolutely nailed. Now, there's obviously another factor that comes into play. This is not exactly number 3. This is going to be like a bonus factor because it's really not controllable on the other individual side. Does that make sense? You can control it, but you cannot. Okay, this doesn't make sense because you cannot really control who watches your content if you do this bonus thing, which is basically just the length of your video. If you have a video that's 2 minutes long, it can still have very likely a $100 RPM, $50 RPM. You'll get paid a lot more dollars per views. But if you had that length as a 45-minute video, you can place a ton more ads on the middle of your sections of the video, and then boom, the advertiser would have to spend more dollars because they're getting more ad views. And so length of your video on YouTube also helps with your RPM, but that doesn't help with the top of quality viewers, if that makes sense. These two is what matters for top of quality, but it never hurts to boost the length of your content, and thus a 2-minute video about the exact same top niche versus a 45-minute video about the exact same niche. The 45-minute video will pay you more, not because of the top of quality viewer, they'll probably be the same, but just the viewers itself. Let's say you get 1,000 views in both videos. The second one that's 45 minutes will get more ad views because you just can place more ads on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't place mid-roll ads on 8-minute videos. Comment frog if any of what I said just made sense, and comment blue if none of that made sense, because I have to focus on my articulation and my ability to present my thoughts a lot better depending on what you guys think, okay? So now I want to give you guys good and bad examples, tangible advice, and tangible examples for you to implement right now so you know exactly what to do. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys the spending power potential. What do you actually think from an advertiser's budget standpoint makes more logistical sense, okay? So let's say, number 1, video is going to be about Fortnite. Let's say it gets 100,000 views on your video. Let's say it's 10 minutes long, so you can place mid-roll ads on your content. 100,000 viewers. Now, ask yourself this question. What is going to be the top of quality viewers that's going to be watching your 100,000 views on your Fortnite video? What's the actual top of quality? So remember that graph that I showed you guys earlier, right? Do you think it's going to be old 60-year-old Northern American individuals? Or do you think it will be worldwide, some from India, some from Pakistan, some from Canada, 5-year-olds and 12-year-olds and 26-year-olds and maybe like 17-year-olds? It's going to be all over the place because why? This is completely unniched and untargeted. You're not snipering the customer. So going back to my title of this video, you have to snipe the customer and basically target all of your stuff directly to a hyper-specific niche in order to get the most bang for your buck. So when you're going to be creating Fortnite content, there's no way for you to control who watches your content because this applies to literally everyone. Every individual known in the history of mankind has played Fortnite at least once in their life. Don't lie to me. There's no way you have never played Fortnite. I never played Fortnite. Seriously, I never had a Fortnite account, but I've at least played it twice because I have friends. Not anymore though, so. Does that make sense? 1 video, Fortnite, 100,000 views. What would the advertiser's budget be willing to spend if they had, let's say, a product for $500? Let's say the advertiser had a $500 product that they want to promote with their ad video. And let's say the product is a software that helps YouTubers make more dollars. $500 product, let's say they spend $2 per 1,000 ad views. Actually, let's just say $4 because YouTube's average RPM is $4. So let's say they spend $4 per 1,000 views on their ad, which is $500 product. Now, if they show that in front of 100,000 individuals, they have to pay 100 times 4, which is $400. So if they spend $400 off of your content, how many individuals out of your 100,000 viewers from worldwide with no controlled variable actually press on the ad and buy their $500 software? Obviously, it depends on how good their ad is and stuff, but if you're having Fortnite views with 100,000, you might not even get one. You might not even get a single sale, and thus, even if you got one single sale, which is already going to be lucky enough for him, let's say you got a single sale of $500, okay, on his software. He just ROI'd $100 after spending that, and that's if he's lucky. And obviously an ROI of $100, everyone would take it. But if you're running at, what's the profit margins? What's the ROAS on this content? Like 1.1, 1.05. It's absolutely ridiculous. 1.2, whatever it is. So the ROAS is absolutely very, very slow and small. And thus, even if you go viral, he's only going to be willing to spend probably even less than $4 per 1,000 views. Because for him to boost his ROAS or ROI, he would be only willing to spend less dollars on your viewers. Let's say he spends $200 next time. Because he barely made a profit. He only made a $100 profit. Does that make sense? So you're not going to get as much of his dollars then, and you're not going to be able to take home as much profits per view because your RPM will be low. You have to snipe and target the right individuals, customers, viewers, whatever bullshit your business model is, so that way you can actually make the most bang for your buck. Now, vice versa, let me give you a much better example, which is what I personally done to get multiple of my videos to hundreds and thousands of dollars without getting viral, okay? No, before that, I'll show you another bad example. What is this? Free Fire. That is a video game. Who watches video games and who plays video games? Kids, okay? Not only that, but the main demographic of Free Fire, you guessed it right, it's India. And from a business perspective, if you know anything about business, you know that this is the worst quality leads, viewers, and dollars. Because no one in India actually has a lot of money. Yeah, I get it, there's exceptions, there's billionaires in India, but for the most part, you're not going to make a lot of money within your business if your main source of money is Indian individuals. This is no way racism. This is absolute pattern recognition and experience from running business over the last 5 years as an entrepreneur myself. Does that make sense? So don't create content that can go viral. Sure, India is the most populated country ever. You're probably gonna get 1 billion views if you're some Indian channel that were huge, right? Like look at the biggest, look at T-Series. They get 1 billion views on some videos. That probably paid them less dollars than a video that got a fraction of the views. Simply because the RPM, which is how much they'll get paid, as well as the top of quality content of their viewers, are low as hell. If they had top of quality, right? Remember this? Top of quality? Their top of quality on 1 billion Indian viewers, probably 50 cents. Advertisers would be willing to spend 50 cents, bro. Not, the reason why is not only because it's an Indian viewer, but because of the niche and content of the video. It's music. T-Series posts music. So why would any individuals who are just trying to listen to some music buy a $500 product software to grow your business from that advertiser? There would be so that $500 advertiser would be willing to spend now not even $2 per 1,000 views. They'll be spending like 50 cents per 1,000 views because then their ROI will be very, very low. Okay? So now that you understand exactly what bad examples and bad ideas are for your YouTube or whatever business you run, great examples, okay? If you made a video about CNN News, who watches that? Ask yourself, would this attract Indians? See, now you have the controlled variable, which is the niche. That specifically attracts American individuals. Why? Because this is an American's news network. It doesn't make sense for fucking Indian individuals to watch your bullshit CNN video. On top of that, what age watches news? This is your other controlled variable. Would 6-year-olds watch that? No. News is completely niche and specific towards older people generally. Yes, there will be exceptions. Yes, you'll probably get at least one 6-year-old to watch your video. But for the most part, you have control over the demographic, which was the number 1 factor, and then the age, which is the number 2 factor. And these are going to be the main sources of control over your top of quality viewers or leads. Okay, so if you're to make this, let's say, because this is super niche, it's normal for your video to not get that many views. Let's say it gets 1,000 views. That's not a lot of views, only 1,000. You probably met and talked to more than 1,000 people this week. Okay, so 1,000 individuals watch your content. Now, same advertiser, same product of $500. Okay, they have a $500 product as a software, let's just say, for their business, and they pay $10 per 1,000 eyeballs. Okay. They pay $10 per 1,000 eyeballs. That means all of your viewers are going to be watching his ad, okay? on his $500 software product. Same everything, and all of these, because you're creating content about top of quality viewers, they're going to be 30 to 70-year-olds, mainly from America. Absolutely the top quality, highest spending power in the entire universe of lead gen or revenue gen, okay? So out of 1,000 individuals now, the quality or the lead source or the money source is already maximized. All you have to do as an advertiser now is convince these 1,000 individuals to buy your product. They all have the money, they all are in the right spending power, right location, right age. They aren't broke, and they are gonna be semi-interested in your product because they're literally watching the news. They want to focus on their future. They watch the news for a reason. They want to see what's going on in the world. They want to see how they can improve their life, what to do next. And so the chances of, let's say, only even 1,000, if you just get a 1% conversion rate, okay? You convince 1% of the viewers. That's gonna be 10 buyers for your $500 product, and this advertiser would literally make $5,000 by spending $10 per 1,000 views. So what's the ROAS? What's the ROI on that? It's absolutely ridiculous. $4,990 profit. Okay, so now that this controlled variable is so high and he's able to make so much dollars, the next time you produce another content about CNN News, not only is this advertiser with his product on his bullshit software going to spend his dollars, but then someone else, advertiser 2, would want to also spend his dollars on your video because they know how profitable and precious your viewers are. So what's going to happen is, because now you have a limited slot of viewers available to watch and buy whatever bullshit product they're selling, they're going to start bidding against each other to try to get their ad in front of your eyeballs. Because you have the absolute top of quality content and you're hyper-specifically sniping the customer to buy their ads. So now, instead of $10 per 1,000 ad views, they would be willing to go up to, you literally not believe it, but $1,000 per 1,000 views. These advertisers would actually do that. Do you know why? It's because they can literally make back still $5,000 on a 1% conversion. So they would still profit $4,000. So that's the ability for you to literally make, let's say, because the way YouTube works is that you get 55% of whatever the advertiser spent on whatever. So if they spent $1,000 per 1,000 views, YouTube takes 45%, you profit $550. So you can make very easily $550 ad revenue from a video that only got 1,000 views. Now, if you just multiply that by, let's say, 100, let's say you post 100 videos about this in a similar kind of niche, what's 550 times 100? $55,000. And if you just did 100 videos a month, $55,000 a month. Obviously, there's outside variables, but do you get what I'm saying? The top of quality viewers matter tenfold more than any amount of traffic volume or views or lead gen or anything. Do not focus on volume, focus on hyper-specifically targeting the customer, okay? Now, here's another good example. If you made a video about Bank of America, you know what's going to happen? Who's going to watch this content? It certainly won't be 6-year-old kids, because they don't have Bank of America. They don't even have banks as a 6-year-old. They're not going to be interested in your video. Do you know who's going to be interested? 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, all the way to fucking 112-year-olds. Because anyone who has a bank would be at least 20 years old. And Bank of America, you're literally only going to get American viewers. So same deal here. If you make videos like that, that's how you specifically target audiences that has the right age and the right demographic. Cash App is another one. Zelle is another one, right? They're only available and usable within the States. Boom, you already got the freaking demographics nailed down. Now just focus on niching it down to the age. I'm losing my voice slowly, so subscribe if you learn at least something so far within this video, okay? Now, there's one exception where demographics don't apply. You can have Indian viewers, you can have Pakistani viewers, you can have Nigerian viewers, and you'll most likely still make a lot of dollars on your video, okay? If you're going to create a content about chartering a PJ, or you have a business where you help individuals charter a PJ. What's a PJ? A private fucking jet. If you're Indian and you're watching a video about chartering a private jet, you're not gonna be watching it for fun, I don't think. Chances are you're gonna actually charter a private jet, or you're looking to charter a private jet. You know how much that costs? $15,000 to $40,000 per flight. So you have to be some level of rich and spending power. Your audience who watches your video or business on chartering a private jet, it doesn't matter if you're Nigerian, you're a billionaire probably. So the main gist and understanding I hope you guys took out of this video is that at the end of the day, it's all about the spending power that your leads or viewers have. The potential of your customers should have the maximum spending power for you to make the most dollars. And always prioritize that over volume. Okay? There's going to be a certain degree where you have to focus on volume, but for the most part, as a starter beginner, if you're making less than $100,000 per month, the number one thing you have to focus on is TOQ, top of quality. Right? So once you actually nail down top of quality, you know how to specifically and consistently attract the best top of quality viewers. The only equation left for you to continuously leverage and grow your business or your YouTube channel to the next level is this. So this is leverage, this is just TOQ, they're the same thing, okay? Leverage and TOQ is the same thing. And then right here's volume. This is dollars. For you to make them more dollars than ever before, not only should you now leverage the best, but then push out more content, okay? Because if you're posting CNN News or Bank of America video one time a week, you only get paid, let's say $550 if you were to get that $1,000 RPM. You only get paid $550 a week. But if you leverage your volume, how much times you post, let's say you're doing it once a day, what's 550 times 7? It's a lot more dollars, right? So make sure that you're not going to be sacrificing your lead potential, right? Your top of quality potential, but while maintaining your ability to hyper-specifically target the right audience. Yes, you're going to get less views per video because it's more niched and specific. What you have to do then is, because you can't change the virality of your video, change how many times you're posting. The volume of how many times you're posting should go up higher and higher as you master this. So that's a very easy and simple and artificial way for you to leverage more views and more top of quality viewers. So then that, once you leverage all these two factors, then you have to do something called, I'm sure you guys already know this, outsource. Because your time is limited, you're a human, you're going to get burnt out. The top of biggest businesses, period, always focusing on outsourcing whatever is possible. Putting yourself outside the business, and buying more human hours and buying more energy to get you to a higher level quicker and getting more work done within the same amount of period is the number one fastest way for you to succeed, okay? So, you have to make sure that the best way to outsource and the best way to leverage volume, I mean, in my opinion, this is me being biased because I found the most success, but hiring Filipinos is always better than any other country. They're nice, their morals are good, they're kind, they're very cheap, easy to respond to, hardworking, no downsides. Whether that be video content, whether that be virtual assistants, whether that be whatever business you run, but mainly for YouTube, Filipinos are the best, okay? So this is how I did it. This is how I was exactly able to actually make money for myself. I made $224,000 in 2024 off of YouTube and my other businesses. So that's basically for this video. Hope you guys actually learned something after basically losing my voice. But I don't have a course to sell you. I don't have any PDFs or videos to sell you. But I do one-on-one consulting, okay? One-on-one mentoring. This is going to be my shameless plug. One-to-one. If you want me to coach you live on calls on how you can scale your YouTube channel and really dial in on your TOQ to make sure that you get literally $100 RPMs, I have a link in the description or a link in the bio. Somewhere down there, just find that link. You can apply and work one-on-one with me through live calls. Again, I'm not going to sell you and leave you hanging like fucking Iman Gadji, but shameless plug. Do it if you want to. If you don't, I don't really care. You can watch my other videos, a lot more informational as well. So just binge watch my content. Hopefully you guys will actually learn something from my videos. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Get after it.